practically all of the time, and that is to consistently buy an S&P 500 low-cost index fund. Keep buying it through thick and thin, and especially through thin.
Hello everyone, so welcome to this video. So you might be thinking, okay Bilal, investing sounds great, we know the importance of investing early and we know the benefits of compound interest. We want to invest, but what should we buy stocks in? Should I invest in Apple? Should I invest in Google? What should I invest in? So Warren Buffett has basically said that he would recommend investing in index funds. So what are index funds? So the most well-known index fund is the S&P 500, and that's basically a list of companies of the top 500 largest companies in the United States. So if you're investing into the S&P 500 index fund, you're basically investing in all of those 500 companies. So how does it work? So if Apple is the largest company in that list, so it's given greater weight to Apple. And the index fund is amazing in the sense that if Apple in 2 years' time became a smaller company, the index fund would take that into consideration. Apple's weight will diminish. So for example, right now it's at 7%, but its weight can diminish in the future and the index funds will track that automatically. So when you're investing, like for example in the S&P 500, you're investing in all those companies, and the index funds takes that into consideration of the weight and the size of the company. Now, why is that a better option? Well, it's a better option because you're diversifying your risk. So if you're investing in the index fund, you're not just investing in tech companies, so you're investing in a whole range of companies in different sectors. So you're diversifying your risk. Now, you don't have to invest in an index funds. There's different funds available as well. So you could find a tech fund which has all of the tech companies. You might be able to find a fund that's everything in relation to AI. There might be funds that deal specifically with real estate. And the reason why funds tends to be a good idea is because, like I said, you're investing into a range of companies, and in some ways that risk might be better than investing in one company. So that would be my preference, and if I could go back in time, I would invest purely in funds or index funds. So some people might say that I don't want to invest into the S&P 500 because although it does really well and it's really good, I don't agree with some of the companies that are in that fund. I might have ethical concerns. I want to invest in an ethical way in companies that are much more sustainable. Yeah, you could find funds that are more sustainable. You could find funds that have an ethical approach in terms of investing. So there are like a range of options to explore for. And I would, unless you're really confident in investing in individual stocks, you can do, but there are professionals who do this full time and they get it wrong. And even when they do get it right, it's their job to look at the company reports, to read the annual financial statements. And I think if you're like an average beginner who has like a normal job and is just trying to invest long term, I think investing in funds or index funds is the way to go. And that's what I would do differently with hindsight. And just and the reason why I recommend that is because when I would invest in individual stocks, I would make money, but then there'll be other stocks where I would lose money, and then at the end of the year, I'll look at what I've made and what I've lost, and it will just cancel each other out. So yeah, but more times I did make money, but other times I lost money. It just sort of been much more sustainable to invest in a fund and just have a long-term strategy. So the next video will take into consideration on how should you invest and what's the approach of investing.